Randy, Craig, and Evan, how you doing?
Guys, how you doing today?
Doing
so good
great.
to talk to you.
You too.
Good,
So
good.
I know the big announcement, which I'll let you make it, involves the New York Yankees and WFAN Radio, and by proxy, our parent company, Odyssey. Tell Yankee fans what the big announcement is, please.
We are so pleased. We are entering into a multi-year extension with FAN to be the flagship radio voice of the New York Yankees, and we're delighted. And the agreement is going to be one that is going to be very forward-thinking. We're going to try and be creative as far as things we can do together to increase the pleasure of all of your listeners and viewers. And we're going to try and build on this relationship with Odyssey and FAN and really make this relationship, which is really sound, a lot better. So we're thrilled, we're excited, and we're going to be partners for years to come. So we're delighted.
Is there any truth to the rumors that me doing afternoons with Evan was the impetus for you to want to extend the deal?
Come on, Craig. I mean, 100%. You should be talking to Chris, you guys, and getting a raise right now.
Oh,
absolutely.
I'm trying to get a bonus. I'm trying my hardest.
All right, just call me. I'm calling you. I got your back.
You're my new agent. Done and done. So listen, it's we've been the radio home for a while now, and this deal extends. It's probably none of my business, but it extends throughout the decade. Is that a fair assessment of where this relationship is? Yes,
it's a really it's pretty extensive extension, and as I said, the whole media industry is changing, and we're going to try and do things together, create products, and be inventive and be entrepreneurial. Both with the Yankees, in order to make it even
Let
better.
me ask you this, and I wonder this just from, as you say, be inventive and kind of go with the changing winds of the sports rights business. You guys, as many teams have, made a decision, to sell a package of games, the Friday night package, to an online partner. And in doing so, my gut is that you probably lose some eyeballs in doing it, but the check that the Yankees receive makes up for the lost eyeballs. Now that we're more than halfway through the season, how do you quantify or look back on that deal in making that decision for those Friday night games? Are you thrilled with it? If you could do it again, would you still do it? And what has the kind of internal reaction been to that decision?
Well, I think, first off, it's a little different than what you said. Amazon, who you're speaking of, is a partner with us in the Yes Network, and they have been a partner since we bought the remaining stock back from Disney, which had it when they acquired Fox. So when we did that deal, the world is changing. There's linear, which in plain language is the whole cable TV bundle and package, and also streaming. So you have to get ahead of it and, in fact, have both. And, Amazon is an equity partner, and yes, they're a phenomenal company. They do a great job. I think that, obviously, the viewership, because people need time to get used to things. And I'm being very honest. I think we have to do a much, much better job, meaning, yes, the Yankees and everyone, in explaining to our fan base how to get to those games. I think there are a lot of people who have Amazon Prime who don't even know they do and don't know how to get to the games, and that's on us, and we're trying to be better on that.
Now, also MLB has to do with Peacock and Apple TV Plus. Do you sense backlash from fans? Even though I tend to agree, years from now, I think everything is going to be streaming, but I think that transition that's going on right now may be difficult for some getting used to it. Do you sense a backlash from fans that more games than ever before are becoming exclusive to streaming services?
Yeah, Evan, I don't believe that it's ever going to be all streaming. I think that, in fact, and I look at this every single day, there's going to be a balance. What's happened to a lot of these streaming companies is, they become expensive. You have to buy 3 or 4 or 5 of them, so you might as well just do the cable bundle. It's cheaper in a lot of ways. So I think there's always going to be a balance between digital or streaming and linear, and you have to provide coverage for all of your fan base. Younger fans tend to watch streamed. I mean, you're going to see a direct to consumer package come out from Yes very, very soon, and as it's being done with everyone. So I think it's a balance, and yes, I think right now there are a lot of fans who are justly upset as to where do they find the games. The games are on so many platforms now, it's hard to find them. And I think that's on us, all of us, from baseball on down, to try and make it easy, simple, and clear as to how to get the games.
Talking to Randy Levine of the Yankees, WFAN and the Yankees have extended the exclusive radio partnership well into the decade, which obviously we're all thrilled about. We love being the home of the New York Yankees, and it's great to know that that's a mutual feeling. Randy, this could be a tough question for you, I think, and that a lot of people watch, the Yes broadcast and say, hey, we're the New York Yankees. This isn't the place to be trying out unproven talent during the broadcast. Why are we doing that? And I wonder, you have a fine line you have to ride, a fence, because you're part of Yes, and obviously your job with the New York Yankees. Do you guys ever say, hey, you know what, the fans are right. They deserve a quote-unquote better broadcast, and this is not the place to try out unproven analysts to be a part of the broadcast?
Well, it's everybody has their own opinion. If you're speaking about, some of the, Carlos Beltran or some of the new talent that we brought in this year, I think Carlos Beltran has done a really good job, and we got a lot of fans who believe that. I mean, I honestly think that you got to give people an opportunity. You got to have diversity of opinion, different aspects, and I think with Cam and with Carlos, you're injecting a lot of new insight. So, this is the business. This is the world. This is the way it is. Sometimes you like it. Sometimes you don't. I would just say to you, Craig, the ratings of Yes are at an all-time high. They've never been higher. And that's okay. It's okay for people to criticize people and like it, not like it. I get criticized 100 times every day. And that's good, because I learn when I get criticized.
I think the two biggest stories around the Yankees this year has been the team is awesome, and they've got the best record in the American League. And then the other one is the Aaron Judge contract. You think Aaron Judge is on this team next year? Are you confident he's going to be on this team next year?
I only can tell you that Aaron Judge is a really special player. We love Aaron Judge. He is a Yankee through and through, a has-been. And what happens in contract negotiations, happens. But we made a strong effort. We will continue to make an effort because Aaron Judge belongs in pinstripes. And that's the feeling from Hal Steinbrenner to Brian Cashman to me, to everybody up and down this organization.
Talking to Randy Levine, just another moment or two as we get ready for Game 2 of the Subway Series tonight. I know this is not Yankee baseball related, but I know the history of this and how proud you must be that you guys have come to terms of building a new, 25,000-seat arena in Queens to house the home games for the last and only current champion in this town, NYCFC Soccer. So congratulations on that.
Well, it's not done yet, and I just have to tell you, it's been a sea change. Somebody you and I know very well, the great Marty Edelman's leading the negotiating team, but Mayor Adams has been just phenomenal. He's been a breath of fresh air, taking this project, taking the lead, trying to get it done, understanding how important it is, privately funded stadium. And so there's a lot of work left to be done. There is no, agreement yet to do it, but it's very, very positive. And as you know, Craig, NYCFC has a really good negotiator leading the way.
Yeah, I should, just for full transparency, he's my uncle.
That's funny.
Just so it's above board and all that. Go ahead.
I'm so curious because George Steinbrenner was legendary for how he wanted to beat the Mets. And Yankee fans and Met fans love this series. You know, it's bigger than a regular game in the moment. It feels like a World Series. Do you guys in the front office feel the same way? Like, do you go tonight, whether you're at Citi Field or you're watching it, and is it extra special for you watching it because it's Mets versus Yankees?
Of course, yeah, of course it is. Look, I mean, we're all competitors. Like, you know, it's like when we play the Red Sox, there's an extra feeling, extra special feeling. You want to win. You clearly want to win. You know, we're all competitors. But even with George, you know, the Yankees and Mets off the field have a lot in common. And, you know, Steve Cohen's done a great job. You know, Billy Epler worked for us. You know, John Rico worked for me, you know, hundreds of years ago.
Buck.
So there's long-standing relationships here that go back a long time. They've done a great job. But like our fans and heart, we're all fans. And, yeah, we want to win. We want to win every game. And, you know, it's extra special when we beat them. But at the end of the day, you know, we're friends. I admire them. I admire the work they do. And we work together on a lot of projects.
Final thing for you, baseball-wise, Randy. I know Brian Cashman, at least I believe Brian Cashman's contract expires after this season. Should there be any expectation of any announcement during the season? And is there any thought of a future, near future, with Brian Cashman not being the GM?
Well, I'll leave that to Hal. And I think Hal said just a couple of weeks ago he thought Cash has done a really great job. He's been here forever, and so, you know, he's our general manager, done a great job this year, and that's what Hal said, but I'll leave those decisions to him. But it's obvious his feeling. And so right now we're focused. Cash is on the phone with his team, you know, trying to see how he can improve the team. I've been on the phone talking to everyone all the time. And I caution you guys and your viewers, you know, there's a lot of rumors out there. 99% of them are not true.
Well, because
he's out there working it really, really hard.
Question is he talking to Mike Rizzo right now about
he can't
Juan
answer
Soto?
that question, as you know. But here's the problem, Randy. We now live in a world where everybody has to have a hot take and be first. It's not enough to wait for the actual facts to come out. People have to throw stuff out there hoping that they get it right and they can brag, I was the first. And that's what we're dealing with now, as you know.
Now, I don't mind it. I think it's great. It just increases talking about baseball and everyone thinking about it. I don't object to it at all. I think it's great. It's fun. You know, it's hot stove 24/7.
Yep.
I'm just saying that sometimes fans, as you know, and they believe stuff and then they get disappointed. So I would say just to all our fan base, we're out there working hard. Cash is really working hard with all his team. We're trying to do everything we can to improve the team. And you got till Tuesday to see what happens.
Now, I didn't get an invite, so I'm assuming you're not having people over to your house to watch the game tonight. But where does Randy Levine watch the Subway Series?
Randy Levine's going to be he goes to enough games. So tonight he's sitting on his couch watching the game. So if something goes wrong and I yell and scream, I don't affect anybody.
Well, listen, again, the purpose of this call is to announce that the New York Yankees and WFAN, led by our parent company, of course, Odyssey, have extended the broadcast rights well into the next decade. And like I said, we're thrilled about it because we want to be associated with the best, and we believe that we are. And we appreciate you coming on to share that news with the audience. And good luck tonight and the rest of the season. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Always great to be with you.
Thank you.
Be good. Randy Levine, everybody. So there you go.